How many times have you been in an argument about your top 5 movies, bands, whatever?
Everyone has an opinion.
Everyone has a list.
On this show, we put 2 people head-to-head to debate their top 5 lists on whatever category they choose.
You get to watch the comedy and chaos as they battle it out.
In the end, you decide who wins.
This is
Defending Your List. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Defending Your List. Today, we're once again coming from Tompkins Square Bar in Westchester. Check it out, awesome food, great drinks. Today, we have Kyle Ploof.
Hello, everybody.
Going against Kane, Holloway, everybody. Today's topic is the top 5 ways
To break up with people.
This also goes for men and women.
Yeah, of course.
So women, like, because this is coming from a male perspective, doesn't mean you can't,
Do the
take
same.
a quick.
Fuck people over just as much.
Okay, so who's going first?
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
What's your list all about here?
Yeah.
My list, it starts off nice and works its way down to absolute shit. Number 5 is, just in person. You go up mostly.
Boring.
Everyone's afraid to break up. Nobody wants to break up, ever. But you grow a pair of balls or ovaries, whatever, and then decide you're gonna go to their office if you want. And
Go to their
just-
office.
That's fun, yeah. Go to their office.
Wow. So this is the least shitty way you're
This is the
thinking.
least shitty way.
Making them
their
try
office.
at work.
Always in person. You grab them by the elbow wherever they are. You kind of drag
Doing
them.
arm them out?
Yeah, you just go, hey, we need to talk, and then you just.
I'm
Okay.
excited if this is the least shitty way. I'm very excited.
Number 4. Let me go to my.
Oh, he's going to notes.
God.
Rookie
List.
comic move. No.
After they have recovered. So whatever it is that
Oh,
they're
no.
recovering from,
Oh my god.
you do your best
no.
to work them through that. Let's say it's alcohol dependency, drug abuse. Maybe they got into a car accident.
Oh my god.
You drop them off or wherever they need to be. You check in on them. You get them through rehabilitation. When you're like, hey, can you get up this wheelchair ramp without me pushing you? And then once they say yes, you go, all right, adios.
sayonara.
This is number 4?
Yeah. If you're already thinking, like, I don't have any connection with this person, and then they get into a car accident, you still don't have a connection with the person now that they're missing limbs. That's some horse shit.
Kane's out there with open arms. The woman is fighting to walk towards him. She's almost there. He's like, come on, baby. That last step, he's like, all right, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
How do you top that?
Date a girl in the cancer ward and then break up with her.
The same thing applies for this one if you're already unhappy. Pick a public place. You get a fake reason why you're upset at her or him, and then fight in public. You're at the ballpark or something. But when she's just like, I don't think you need another one, and she's real calm, you just raise your voice like 10 octaves. Don't tell me what I can and can't do when I'm watching baseball, and then you're in it.
So you're perfectly fine looking like
Yeah,
the
a
abusive
lunatic.
alcoholic.
And everybody's freaking out because he's yelling at somebody in a wheelchair. Number 2 now.
Have everything packed and ready, and
Ship it
leave
to her?
middle of the night.
Oh, you just like.
wow.
Yeah, just bounce
Just fucking
middle of the night.
Middle East
No-
exit strategy
no,
right there.
just gone.
So number 1.
Number
Oh
1.
boy.
The biggest douchey move.
Be exactly what annoys them about you. Be all of those things. If she hates being tickled, tickle her every
So
day.
force her to break up with you. is where
Exactly.
you're going.
Just parlay that behavior into your fake fight, and then but you have to wait for them to break up with you. That's the whole.
You can combo all 5, really.
Exactly.
Definitely, bits and
And
pieces
just be
from
a
all
Bond
of
villain.
Yeah, her first day out of recovery, you take her to a ball game. Meanwhile, you've been tickling her on her sides all day. Can you feel that? Can you feel that?
them. Finally learns to
Just
walk
filling her
again,
shit
and
bag
at midnight,
the
you're
whole
out of here. Solid list, Kane. Solid list.
Wow.
Kyle,
Let's hear what
the
you got.
rebuttal.
See if I can top this.
Yeah.
Mine is definitely less intense at the top and then goes to horrible. So number 5 is something I like to call the drifter.
God, he's got titles for him.
Yeah. What you do is like you like this person, but there's just you're not connecting. There's no actual hard break. It's just kind of like she'll text you and you just take a little bit longer to text back. She can feel it or he can feel it, whatever. Just eventually you just sort of just drift away.
Isn't that how the volleyball broke up with Tom Hanks?
I think so. Yeah, exactly.
Yours takes a lot of work. like on your part.
Really?
Or,
Rehab guy?
no, yeah. But I look like a good guy. You're just a piece of
you
shit.
don't.
Not at the end of
He
it.
never, well, obviously not at the end of it, but no one saw that coming.
Yeah.
I'm like Shyamalan with my breakups.
Yeah, number 4 is called the re-gift.
Just get them all titled.
Yeah.
Is that when you hand her off to one of your buddies?
This is something maybe financially things aren't going as well for you as you thought. Christmas is coming up. You're struggling. You're in college, maybe, because this is when I did it. And you're like, I can't deal with this. The pressure's too much, blah, blah, blah. And you break up right before a major holiday. Then she comes to you or he comes to you and is like, listen, I want to make this work, blah, blah, blah. And you go, yeah, okay, let's make it work. And you get back together and you're like, but I didn't get you anything for Christmas. And they say, well, the only thing I really wanted was you. And you're like, yeah, that's right. So you turn yourself into a gift.
Now you're back in a relationship.
Yeah, you're back in the relationship.
Right, I know. My number 3 is pretty much the same as his number 1. I'm calling it the reverse psychology because what you have to do, take everything that the person hates about you and become that. So in your head, you broke up with them, but you're petty enough to not want it to make you look like a bad guy. So like you just become everything that they hate and then they just end up breaking up with you. Number 2, this takes a certain level of scumminess.
Do we have a title for this one?
We'll get to
Okay.
it. Become a very unbearable person, but in private. So when you're around people, you're the happiest person ever, but in private, horrible. Step 2 is get a curable STD and
Holy shit.
and when that person says, how could that have happened, you have to scream, I don't want to talk about it. Wait until your person that you're with goes on vacation, take all your shit, take some of their like Christmas gifts, take all that, and then leave. When they come back, they see that half their shit is gone. And I call that one the Kyle's ex-fiance. She stole my heart and my shower curtain. Number 1, this is knowledge bestowed upon me. A guy who's actually been on this show twice. This man called Jay Hollingsworth. It takes dedication, but it fucking works. I had to do it once.
Gain weight.
You gotta go cold on social media for at least 24 to 72 hours. Anytime they call you, go straight to voicemail. You'll get a text from this person being like, hey, how was your day? You don't respond. After a couple hours, they'll be like, what the fuck is your problem? And then after a couple more hours, they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I hope everything's okay. And just keeps going between that for like the next 2 days. Turn your phone back on. You start posting on social media again and go, hey, I dropped my phone in some water and it got messed up. I just got a new one. I got all your text messages and you're fucking crazy. They go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you go, no, if you're gonna be this fucking nuts, like I don't even wanna be a part of this. And you cut it cold. This technique has been dubbed by Jay Hollingsworth as the Hail Mary and it fucking works.
Oh my God.
Which the one that you're like, that's
The
awful.
re-gifter.
Yeah.
When you say, you're right, I am the gift you needed.
Yeah.
Just the shittiest
All right,
thing
it sounds
you could.
worse than it really is. I think. Coming from the guy who's saying, I should find someone who got hit by an 18-wheeler.
You don't find them
loses
after
their
the
legs.
accident.
All right, so what about
yeah.
on his list? Which one are you going?
That, in their heads, they're going, if we can make it through this, we can make it through anything. And Kane's like, see you later, bitch.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, it doesn't sound too great.
You put it like that.
No, I'm saying
Put it a lot worse.
because I'm not looking at it from their perspective.
Ryan, what are your thoughts on these 2 lists?
You're almost certifiable, and my vote would be in Kyle's camp. However, I will say there's a small caveat. The best one on your list, you gave credit to Jay Hollingsworth for.
Yeah.
So technically, Jay won.
I gotta go with Kane's on this one because
Oh,
honestly,
man.
if one of the breakup techniques winds up potentially getting back together, that's not.
You have 4 more to
not a
choose
good-
from
That's not a
after
great
that.
breakup
And
technique.
or having an STD.
Yes, thank you.
Explain to the audience why your list is better than Kane's.
Kane's, you have to be a complete savage of a person. I just can't get past a person at their worst, and you kind of aid them through the process, and they're so happy they think, we're in love forever. And you go, nah, we're not. I have a solid 4.5 breakup techniques out of my top 5 that should override any just, savagery that this man has compelled you guys to vote for.
I disagree because in my list, you don't have to have an STD to justify that list. I think that it's the most noble thing you can do. You do your best to help them back to get back on top of their feet.
On top of their feet.
Yeah, get on top of their feet before their feet were
on
over
the tops
there.
of their
They're cut
feet.
off.
Then the
I
doctor
mean,
sewed
put
their
'em
feet back on,
backwards.
and then they couldn't walk on them, and you helped them walk.
That's
I'm
the
thinking,
goal, that's the goal.
that's like what Jesus does. So if you want to be
now
like
he's the
Jesus,
Messiah.
you vote for my list. If you want to have STDs and 6 kids, go with Kyle.
That's right.
And 2 of his
STDs?
2 of his STDs. 2 of his on his list were practically the same, and one of them
That's not
was
true.
a different person's idea. Talking to the people now.
All right. We'll see what the people
it
think.
is.
Well, that's what. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we think. It doesn't matter what anyone at this table thinks. It's about what you guys think.
Yeah.
So make sure you vote below. Thanks again to Thompson
Thompson
Square.
Square.
Thank you guys for watching. Again, hit like, hit subscribe. For Brian DeMoy, Blake Bovelsky, Kyle Ploof, Kane, Holloway. Thanks again for watching Defending Your List. We'll see you all again next
Cheers.
week. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.